Hello, and welcome to the Soul Reader. The show will be starting in approximately 2 minutes. I'm taking care of some settings so the show goes well, and then we'll get right into the show. Also, if you're new to Fireside, or if you're listening to this in replay, uh, there's a couple of things you can do. One thing you can do if you're listening to this in replay is, let me check something with my producer. All okay? No? Okay, it's on this side. This side is good. You have stand by, please.
You're really.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. Like I was saying, the show's going to start in about a minute or so, and I'm looking forward to speaking to all of you. And for those of you that was in Tyler Henry's show tonight, welcome. I was there in the audience also. Interesting show tonight. Death is one of the things I'm really interested in, although I am not a medium like Tyler. Although people from the other side do contact me on occasion. Okay, but the show will be starting soon. If you're new to Fireside, like I said, you can, and you're listening to this in replay, you can fast forward past this spot and get right into the show. So that would be cool. But again, if you're new to Fireside, you can hit any emoji across the bottom. So the clap, the laugh sound, and also the party sound, and everybody will hear it. And the show will be starting in just about a moment. So please stand by. I'm here, and you're here, and I'm here, and you're here, and we're all here, and it's like really cool. I'm so happy that you all are here. So we're going to get into the show. We're going to fade the music out, and we're going to see what we're talking about on the Soul Reader. But I'm your host, Anthony Cordova, Tony C., the man about love, the Soul Reader. Now, if you haven't been to this show before, the reason I call it the Soul Reader, as a psychic empath, a natural born empath, what I do best is connect to your soul. So I connect to your soul, who you truly are. And that way I can figure out, what's going on with you, what you need help with, or what you don't need help with. So that's kind of how that goes on a quick. That's how it goes. Now, also, I can't see the screen anymore. I see one person in the audience, producer. No one? I see someone.
You have 3 people.
3 people.
You have Christina.
Hello, Christina.
You have Dawn.
Hello, Dawn. Hello.
And you have Anna, or maybe it's pronounced Anna.
Anna. Well, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And I have love for all of you. Believe it or not, I do. I love everyone. I really do. So I don't think any of you have been in my show before. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. And Jill my producer has a question.
A comment from Christina. Hang on, it went away. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Hang on, I can get it back. As you explain what your show is about, she would like you, can you Explain why interdimensional spirits are guiding me.
Oh, absolutely. Funny, I have that answer. And no one has ever asked that question before. So, why are they guiding you specifically? Well, one is because you're special, and you have a special task to do while you're here on this planet. Um, you probably already know what that is. I don't know what it is yet, but you probably know what it is. So when they take you to different times, different places, even different planets, that is to help you understand who you really are, who you truly are. And it helps you understand how to accomplish your mission while you're here on this planet. Um, and that's as far as I'll go right now with that. But I hope that answered the question. I really do. So I'm going to get back to what I was saying about myself. If you don't know about the show, this is the first time you're here. Um, I'm all about finding your happy. Let's find where what makes you happy with yourself, happy with life. Um, Everything in this show kind of guides us to find that place where we're truly happy. When you become truly happy with yourself, then nothing really can get to you. Even when things go awful in your life or you perceive them as being awful, you're still kind of at a level feel field. It doesn't affect you as badly as it would if you weren't happy with yourself. So that's kind of what I do here. I'm trying to get us all where we're really happy being here, happy being on this planet. We're not in a rush to leave. Um, and I say that because many of us are depressed. I was depressed for 30 years, and I'm finally over that with no medication. Producer, do you have something to say?
I do. Christina's follow up is she says, I wrote a book and hope to get a series about it, filmed a documentary.
Oh, cool. A documentary too. Excellent. Oh, I would love to talk to you about that. That is excellent.
She says, I couldn't tell you the last time I have been truly happy. Oh, this is Anna or
This is
Anna that
Anna.
says this. I
Okay.
couldn't tell you the last time I have been truly happy.
Yes. And Anna, after we get through the first segments, or during the second segment, the first segment, I don't know what the heck I'm saying, we can get you to the stage and we'll talk about it. And you don't have to go to video if we're just talking. So all we have to do is get you to the stage and we can talk about that some more. And I'm so happy for all the comments and questions that are in the audience. Thank you. I love questions. It's interesting with questions because my guides have put all kinds of stuff in my head, all kinds. And I love when people ask me questions, just like the question tonight was the first time I was asked that question ever. And I had the answer. I'm like, where does that come from? So a lot of times I'm surprised when someone asks me a question that was never asked of me before, and I just know the answer. I just know. And I tell people most of my lessons in this realm have come from the other side. Yes, I seek out knowledge here, but most of it, probably 70% of it, came from the other side, from my guides. I don't know everything in the world, but I know a lot, which really does surprise me. So I'm going to move on a little bit to my first segment, which is called Tony's Mind Mashup. And actually, And I said it right this time. Sometimes I say Tony's mind melt. Ooh. But this time I said Tony's mind mashup, which is cool. But I just thought about something else I wanted to talk about before I get into that. So I'm putting a hold on that. So since the beginning of the show, from the first episode, I started doing something and challenged the audience to do the same thing, which was every day write down one thing, just one thing that you love about yourself each day. Just one thing. So I've been doing it every day. So I've written down 32 things so far that I've written, that I've written down about what I love about myself. And so I'm going to read what I wrote this past week. So one thing I wrote down is I love that I'm a man of my word. If I tell someone, hey, I'm going to do this for you, or I'm going to come through, or even if I'm going to do this, chances are I'm going to do it, unless something else prevents me to do it. So I really love that about myself. And I don't do this list to show, oh, I'm this great person. No, 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 no. That is not the reason at all. I'm not trying to prove I'm a great person. I'm trying to remember and remind myself of all that is good about me. And it may remind you something about yourself that you love, especially when you're depressed. When you're depressed all the time, you think everything is just awful. And I know because I was depressed for over 30 years straight. I thought it was just life. Oh, it's the way life is. Life sucks. Not. I'm really happy now. I'm really happy. So that's why I do these lists. On Thursday, I wrote, I like it when I make a decision and follow through. So when I decide to do something, now it might take me a minute to make that decision. I might waffle a bit, but when I make that decision, I do it, just like this show. Once I finally made the decision, yes, I'm going to do it on such and such date, I did it. So that's cool. I love that about myself. I love the next thing was on Friday. I love the little small things in life can make me really happy. I mean, like really happy. Like this notebook, this little notebook that I write everything on, it cost me $1, but it makes me really happy. I spent $1 and it brought me some joy. Great, simple. It doesn't take a new car to make me happy. I don't care about a new car. So little things like this really make me happy. I hung what would you call that, Jill, that I hung up? Is it a wind chime?
I think
Is
it's a
it?
crafty wind chime.
Well, it's a it kind of looks like a jar, and it's got glass that hangs and tingles, tinkle. I spent like $9 on it. It makes me really happy. so yeah, that's cool. So yeah, small things. And let me see, bring me joy. Let's see. On Saturday, that's what I wrote. Small things bring me joy. I think I wrote one thing twice. So let's skip that. Um, Oh, let me see. I love my thought process. I really love the way I put things together in my mind, although it will all start out all jumbled up, mixed up. The thought is here, the thought is over there, the thought is there. But I think of many different situations kind of at the same time. But then in the end, it falls together. Um, and I love that. I love to see when it falls together. I write poetry, and I write poetry the same way. I never just write a stanza and then write the next stanza and the next, and it's right. No, it's all over the place. I'll write one line, I'll write another line somewhere else, and then I'll put it all together. And then it works. So that's my process and it works, which is good. On Monday, I wrote, I love that I always try to become wiser. I'm trying to be that wise old man. And for those of you that don't know, I am 64 years old. So I'm continually trying to be wiser. Always take knowledge. And you can get knowledge from anywhere. You can get knowledge from a homeless person. You can get knowledge from a child. You can get knowledge from an old person. So anywhere. So I try to do that and listen to everybody and listen to their perspective to become wiser, to learn something. And for today, I love that I tried to overcome my fears. Now, we all have some type of fears. Uh, Myself, I had a fear of speaking in public. You would never realize it today. I had a fear of doing my poetry in public. I had a fear of standing up in a bunch of people and talking. And I'm not saying I don't get nervous sometimes. Everybody gets a little nervous, but that fear where your heart is pounding and feels like it's going to just jump out of your chest. I'm pretty good with that now. I'm not saying I won't ever get afraid in another situation where I'm speaking in public or something, but it's a lot better. So that's what I did for the week. And the confession is, it's getting harder and harder for me to find something I love about myself. So next week, I might skip a day, I might skip 2 days. And then when I can get nothing else, find anything else that I love about myself, then I'm going to start talking about the things I don't like about myself, which is, ooh, that's a kind of scary. All right. So, Jill, what do we have?
We have a comment from Christina.
Christina!
Christina said, Christina spent a mystical journey with Carlos Castaneda in Tulum with Federica Fellini, and a cult following is what the book is about. Go Towards the Moon with Fellini.
Oh man, that is so cool. That is so cool. We're going to get to that right after the Tony Mine mashup. That's what we're going to do. The Tony Mine mashup. And let's see. Don't I have music for that? No, I use the same music. Yes. So we're coming in to Tony's Mind mashup. And today we're talking about how do you love? How do you love? Now, everyone is welcome to comment or come to the stage during this segment because I really do want to know, how do you love? How do you love? And how do you receive love? And how do people give love to you? So we're going to cut the music and we're going to get right into that. So the question is, how do you love? How do you love? One, how do you love yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Now, if you are suffering from depression, you probably don't feel that good about yourself. And I am really sorry to know that. I'm really sorry to feel that. But we kind of understand that. But we also have to look at, how do people love you? How did your parents love you? Now, we can talk about unconditional love, and that is what we're supposed to receive from our parents. But our parents aren't perfect, especially if you grew up in a dysfunctional household like me. So you may have had your parents may have said things to you, even though the love is supposed to be unconditional, but they might say, and it could be small things, um, like eat your vegetables, or you're not a good kid. You're not a good kid if you don't eat your vegetables. Good kids eat their vegetables. Good kids eat all of their food. Good kids eat their food because people are starving on the other side of the world. So, in reality, that is putting conditions on their love for you. Now, they may not have realized what they were saying, what they were doing, but that sets us up. That sets our mind up in a certain way where conditions are on love. And these things can really hurt a child. These things can play out on us when we become adults. These things can cause depression because you may not feel that you're good enough. So how do you love? How did your parents love you? And for those of you that don't know, I'm all about love. I'm the man about love. If we would love each other the way we're supposed to, a lot of the problems we have in life would not exist. A whole lot of problems we have would not exist. So we can look at love a little more. Like, let's reverse that. You know, we talked about your parents loving you and supposed to be unconditional. So, how, if you're grown now and you have children, how do you love your children? Everybody loves their children. I love my children. Everyone loves their children. But do we watch what we say? Do we think about how what we say may affect a child? You know, when I was in school, in elementary school, my brother and sister that I grew up with, and I have one other brother that's older and we didn't grow up in the same home, were very smart, straight A students. But I'd have A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's. Okay. At the time, I didn't know it was because I had a learning disability, dyslexia. When I was going to school, they thought that dyslexia was just seeing letters backwards. But I see whole words backwards. I see sentences backwards. And they didn't know that. So it made me feel like I wasn't smart. But my father would ask me, well, why'd you get an F? Why'd you get an F? You're not stupid. You're not stupid. In my mind, I heard him calling me stupid. If he didn't think I was stupid, with my mind, the way I was thinking, he wouldn't have to tell me I'm not stupid, like he was trying to convince me that I wasn't stupid. So yeah, how do you love? Do you love unconditionally? Do you love the people that don't like you? How do you love? I just want you all to think about that. And we can talk about it more. So if anyone has a comment at this time, you feel free. You can do it in a in a text comment, or you can request to come to the stage and we'll bring it up. I'd love to have a conversation about that. So we have one.
Yes, we do. This is from Anna or Anna. I'm sorry, Anna or Anna. I don't know which way you pronounce it. So I'll say both every time I say your name. I had a fabulous childhood. My parents never said anything to me to make me feel bad. However, here, after both of my parents passed within 3 months of each other, my father changed his will, leaving my family inheritance, my grandparents' money, whom loved my sister and I more than anything in the world, to a woman, her family, that he had been in a relationship with that I've met only once.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, hmm. Well, you know what? And instead of answering that question right this second, because it is time to start Tony's soul reading. So